That.
Excuse me.
What's your name?
Ken Marks.
Kenneth, love.
And Ken.
Now, I realize we just met, but I gotta tell you, I don't like you. I don't know, maybe it's your clothes, stupid haircut. Oh! There, Kenny? This is fun, isn't it, Kenny? Isn't it fun? It's nothing!
The movie begins by introducing Ken Marks and his mother as they move to a new town after leaving Kansas. Ken's mother is hopeful that this fresh start will open better job opportunities and give them both a chance to rebuild their lives.
Oh, Kenny? Hey, can we get a kiss goodbye?
For Ken, the move means entering his final year of high school surrounded by unfamiliar faces. He feels a mix of excitement and nervousness, wondering whether he'll fit in or end up feeling like an outsider. His first day at school quickly turns awkward and uncomfortable as he struggles to find his place among strangers.
Good shots, get out!
Excuse me.
Kenneth, do you see that desk back there?
Yes, ma'am.
Sit in it.
Kenneth, love.
And Ken.
Still, his mood lifts a little when he notices Julie in one of his classes. He's instantly drawn to her and quietly hopes he'll get the chance to talk to her someday. At lunch, Ken meets a student named Mike, who quickly warns him about Julie, hinting that getting close to her could lead to serious trouble.
She's beautiful. Just forget about it, she's trouble. Her boyfriend is Godzilla. He's a madman.
Although the warning confuses him, Ken remains determined to approach her anyway. That afternoon, Ken goes to the library and manages to start a friendly conversation with Julie. Things are going smoothly until Tom, the school's well-known bully and Julie's boyfriend, spots them together.
Looks like he's talking to your girlfriend.
Tom storms over aggressively, demanding to know why Ken is talking to his girlfriend.
Talking to her is messing with me.
His threatening tone and insults create a tense atmosphere. Julie steps in just in time, explaining that Ken is new and doesn't know the school's unspoken rules. Tom cools down for the moment, but it's clear he now sees Ken as a rival and won't forget this encounter. After school, Tom and Rob corner Ken again and issue firm warnings to stay away from Julie if he knows what's good for him. The situation is about to explode when a janitor walks in, and that janitor turns out to be Billy Grant, now working at the school after leaving the police force. Billy and Ken exchange a few friendly words, and Ken feels an unexpected sense of comfort from Billy's kindness. What Ken doesn't realize is that this brief meeting marks the beginning of a bond that will become very important to both of them.
I want to see you fighting in here. Not just kicking and punching your opponent.
That night, Tom and Rob head to their martial arts dojo, where they regularly train. The place is run by Lee, who happens to be the brother of the man who died in Billy's tragic incident.
You killed my brother, pig! You're gonna pay for this! Please!
Lee is ruthless and has been quietly waiting for the right moment to take revenge. During training, Lee effortlessly defeats a student, making it clear just how dangerous and merciless he is. The next day at school, Julie apologizes to Ken for what happened. She understands that he meant no harm and was only trying to be friendly. Their conversation is cut short when Tom sees them together again and flies into a rage. Only Rob and Gina, Tom's girlfriend, manage to pull him away and calm him down. His jealousy and possessive behavior make it obvious that he considers Ken a threat. Later, Tom hunts Ken down in the library and, along with Rob, chases him through the school until Ken ends up trapped near the gym.
Nowhere to run.
Just as violence seems unavoidable,
Just wave to her.
You're messing with my woman, and I'm not gonna stand for it.
Billy appears and steps in front of Ken. This time, Billy is firm and unyielding, making it crystal clear that he won't tolerate any more bullying. Tom and Rob back off, humiliated and furious, while Ken feels deeply grateful for Billy's protection.
You kicked their butts.
No, I didn't do it.
Soon after, rumors start spreading through the school. Students start believing that Ken himself stood up to Tom and Rob and scared them off. The false story bothers Ken because he knows Billy was the real reason they backed down. He tries to explain the truth to Mike, but no one seems to listen, leaving Ken uneasy and worried about how Tom might react. That evening at the dojo, Tom is still burning with anger. He takes out his frustration during a sparring session with Rob, but his moves are sloppy and uncontrolled. Kate notices the bruises on his face, clear signs of his encounter with Billy, and informs Lee. When Lee learns that Tom failed to maintain his dominance, he explodes with rage. He punishes Tom harshly and warns him that if he doesn't fix the situation, the consequences will be severe. The following day at school is even worse. At lunch, Tom confronts Ken again, furious over the rumors claiming Ken took credit for their last clash. Ken tries to explain, but Tom refuses to listen. Using his martial arts skills, Tom brutally beats Ken in front of everyone, humiliating him and showing off his strength.
Anybody else want a piece of me? Huh?
Ken is left bruised, injured, and emotionally crushed. Mike sees Ken's condition and quickly finds Billy. When Billy learns what's been happening, he's shocked and deeply concerned. Ken finally opens up to him, admitting that he never wanted to move and feels completely out of place. He talks about feeling powerless, embarrassed, and overwhelmed. Billy listens patiently, understanding the pain Ken is carrying.
I'm going to teach you.
Wanting to help, Billy offers to teach Ken self-defense. Training begins that same day, but instead of starting with fighting techniques, Billy gives Ken simple janitorial tasks like cleaning restrooms and taking out trash. Ken is confused at first, but Billy explains that these chores build discipline, focus, and mental strength. Gradually, the lessons shift towards physical training, and Billy introduces basic defensive moves. Over time, Ken grows stronger, not just physically, but mentally as well. During this period, Ken opens up to Julie about his feelings. He tells her how much her friendship means to him, but admits he's scared of the trouble it could bring. He confesses that Tom's bullying has made him feel helpless, and he doesn't want to drag her into his problems. Julie responds with kindness and support, yet Tom's looming presence continues to hang over Ken's life like a dark cloud.
Man, why do we work out in there? It's 100 degrees.
Heat is pressure. You do better under pressure.
After a long and exhausting training session one evening, Ken unexpectedly runs into Tom, who clearly wants another fight. This time, however, things play out differently than before. Instead of trading blows, Ken focuses on dodging and avoiding Tom's aggressive attacks. The tension rises when Tom throws a high crescent kick, but Ken catches him off guard by landing a quick strike to a sensitive spot and then quickly escaping. While trying to get away, Ken bumps into Kate, who firmly pressures him into getting into her car. She drives him to the dojo, where Ken soon realizes the place is actually a front for illegal underground fighting tournaments. He discovers that both Lee and Tom have built reputations by dominating these secret matches. Kate tries to convince Ken to join the fights and even offers him money in advance, but he refuses her offer. The following day, Ken tells Billy everything that happened, including the large prize money fighters can win. This worries Billy, who has secretly been investigating the dojo himself. He finally opens up to Ken about his past, admitting that he used to be a police officer and still regrets leaving the force. Billy explains his determination to shut the dojo down comes from his fear that young people are being taken advantage of there. That evening, Billy meets Spinelli at the dojo to continue their investigation, but they struggle to collect solid proof. As they leave, several of Lee's men confront them. A fight breaks out. But Billy and Spinelli manage to defend themselves and escape without serious injury. The next day, Lee checks the security footage and spots Billy at the dojo, which sends him into a furious rage.
Kill him.
He orders James and another hired killer to track Billy down and eliminate him. Later that night, the hitmen ambush Billy as he finishes his shift. Even though he gets wounded during the attack, Billy fights back hard and succeeds in getting away. Meanwhile, Julie finally reaches her limit with Tom's controlling behavior and ends their relationship. She calls Ken and asks him to come pick her up. The two spend time together beside a small fire, opening up about their feelings. When Julie asks why he's suddenly so interested in martial arts, Ken explains that he wants to be strong enough to stand up to Tom because he truly cares about her and wants her free from Tom's intimidation.
So I could steal you away from him?
Julie admits that she's already developed feelings for him, marking the start of their romance. The next morning, Ken arrives at the gym and finds it sealed off with police tape, which makes him fear that Billy might be involved in something dangerous. At the same time, Tom tries to win Julie back, but she firmly reminds him that they're over. When he becomes threatening, she warns him that if he touches her, Ken will step in. Tom's temper explodes and he slaps Julie across the face, instantly drawing Ken into the situation. Ken shoves Tom away and makes it clear that he must never hit her again. Tom claims Julie belongs to him, but Ken fires back that no one owns another person. Before things spiral out of control, Rob and Gina arrive and pull them apart. Fed up with Tom's intimidation, Ken accepts Tom's challenge for a final showdown at Lee's dojo on Friday night. With the fight approaching, Ken throws himself into intense training without Billy's guidance. He even starts teaching Mike a few basic moves after seeing how eager Mike is to learn. During this time, Tom vents his anger by turning on Rob, who has grown tired of constantly being the target of Tom's aggression. When the night of the match arrives, Julie is anxious about Ken getting hurt.
Please don't do this.
The dojo is packed with spectators as Tom and Ken exchange heavy strikes. Tom dominates early on, which greatly pleases Lee. Just when it looks like Tom is about to finish the fight, Ken notices Mike and Julie watching him from the crowd. Seeing them gives him a burst of determination. Billy's arrival to watch the fight strengthens his resolve even more. Ken begins slipping past Tom's attacks and landing his own blows, eventually knocking Tom out with a powerful spinning kick. The victory celebration is short-lived. Lee flies into a rage and starts viciously beating the unconscious Tom. Ken tries to stop him, but can't. Billy steps in, leading to a fierce showdown between him and Lee, while Tom unexpectedly supports Billy from the side. Lee fights dirty, using a belt to choke Billy, but Billy refuses to back down, declaring that he won't allow young lives to be ruined. He finishes the fight with the same jumping spinning kick he once taught Ken, defeating Lee. Police sirens soon echo outside as officers arrive. Kate attempts to run but finds Mike standing in her way, refusing to move. Tom has a moment of realization about his past behavior and offers Ken a handshake of friendship, only to pull back and simply tell him he'll see you around. He thanks Billy sincerely, showing real personal growth. Ken and Julie share a kiss until Mike interrupts, reminding them it's time to go. Spinelli is thrilled to hear that Billy plans to return fully to the police force, signaling the start of a new chapter for all of them. And that brings us to the end of today's story. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more exciting and entertaining movie summaries. Also, make sure to hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next recap.